Hi, my name is Taru Carter, and this is our CS 112 course for our exam 3, where we created in a lab an ellipsoid calculator. On the screen fits the entire code, which stops at line 27. So, starting at the top, we're going to import our math so that we can use tools like math.py and also things like math.pow. Underneath that, we have three variables which we have assigned zero point 0.0 for each one, which is A-axis radius, B-axis radius, C-axis radius. And they all are assigned floating point numbers, which means they're going to take numbers that are going to possibly have numbers after the decimal point. Below that, we have three functions that we've created: calc surface area, calc volume, and get user input. For this first function up here, it takes three arguments. To calculate the surface area, it takes the A-axis radius, B-axis radius par, and C-axis radius par. And it is going to return all of this within this formula that we got online that calculates the surface area for us. So the part I am going to talk about is I'm going to click on here. And as you can see, the highlighted, let me see, click here. The highlighted parentheses is going to be from this first one all the way to this very last parenthesis, and this is the outermost part of this entire equation, where it's going to take everything that's within it, and then it's going to, after this comma, it's going to raise it all to the 1.0 divided by 1.6 power. Within this math.pow, we have three additional math.pows, which are all added to each other, which takes their own arguments: A-axis times B-axis raised to the 1.6 power, plus A times C raised to the 1.6, plus B times C-axis radius raised to the 1.6. All three of those divided by 3.0, and then ultimately raised to the 1.0 divided by 1.6 power. That's a mouthful. Okay, next function is going to be our calc volume, which takes three arguments: A, B, and C, axis radius, just like above, and it puts it and it returns this within this formula. Lastly, we have our get user input function, which we have assigned an A-axis radius variable, B and C-axis radius variable, where the user is going to enter that value, and um, it's going to be turned into a floating point number and assigned to this variable, which we have defined as global variables, so that these particular variables that are assigned by the user can be used within the entire program. The main part of our program down here is I added this first and second line just to make the output screen a little bit easier on the eyes. It's going to output CS112 exam 3 ellipsoid calculator lab, followed by calling the get user input, where it's going to ask for the A, B, and C axis radius. It is going to then, we are then also going to have a statement that says surface area, and then we're going to concatenate that with we're going to call the function calc surface area. We're gonna feed it A, B, and C arguments, which we got from the user. We're going to cast that as a string and then concatenate that with the rest of our string. And we're going to do the same thing for the volume, which is also going to be called. It's going to take in three arguments: A-axis, B-axis, and C-axis, and spit it out within this string down below. Let me go ahead and run the program. So here we go. We're going to enter the A-axis. We're going to put in 1.1, B-axis 2.2, and C-axis is going to be 3.3. And I did not do that correctly, so I'm just going to get out of that, and I'm going to run it again. Start. Here we go. Okay, 1.1, enter, 2.2, enter, 3.3, enter, and then this is what we got. I'm going to go ahead and minimize the screen here, if I can get it. There we go. Minimize the screen here. I'm going to bring up our lab assignment and then bring that window right back up. And I'll give you a side-by-side of the ellipsoid lab. And as you can see, output is exactly what was defined within that part. Now, talking about in part of the exam is to mention things that we noticed. So I'm going to clear this out of the screen, go back to Visual Studios. Something that I noticed that at the beginning, we went ahead and we created three variables up here. I'm going to comment that out because I don't even think I don't believe we need this for this program. We've already assigned the variables here and then used them globally to return anything that we need within the program. So I'm going to go ahead and comment that out, and I'm going to run the program again. And I'm going to input the same values, 1.1, 2.2, and 3.3. Press enter. And again, I will minimize this and bring you out to the other screen, bring that back up. And again, we have the very same values. Thank you for watching.